Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at a young lady from GABOR who goes by the name of Maud About You. This is what she looks like, and I have her in the color Sandy Blonde, so stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Coco and this is Coco's Hair Solutions. Today we're looking at Maud About You by GABOR in the color SS Sandy Blonde. That's GL14 SS. And this is what she looks like in the catalog. I have her right here on the mannequin and she looks to be a really cute little bob. Look at those waves. There's little bitsy layering going around the back. All the way around, you can see they stop here, but look, it's like that soft beachy wave, and it's not too long, not too short. For me, it's right in that sweet spot. Maybe she is for you too. Let's take a look at this color. She is a shadow shade, so they've given her a little bit of darkness or shadowing right into the roots. And on this young lady with such a light color, this is a really nice shadow shade. It's not black, it's not dark, so you don't have that extreme contrast. Very soft, very subtle. And then of course it goes all the way through the whole wig. You've got that really soft color, that little bit of darkness that gives you more dimension. Okay, let's look at her cap construction. She is a lace front monopart. And it's mid ear tab to mid ear tab. So we've got some wonderful coverage on this. And I can tell right now she's pretty lightweight too. So I'm anxious to see what she's going to be like. Okay, on the top, we have rows of hair curtains laid down with the direction of the hairs coming down off the side. So they're going to come in this direction. They're not faced forward. Yeah, and that's really nice. So that helps with the part. It's also very thin up here. So, and I'm going to guess that this is another low density young lady. If you like low density wigs, this just might be a good one for you. We have an extended nape that's covered in velveteen fabrics, nice and soft. Closed ear tabs with metal stays, of course. We have Velcro adjusters on the right and left. And then lots and lots of rows of hair curtains going all the way around. So here again, this is a young lady who's not going to show those wefts when the wind blows. I'm confident of that. Really nice. Very, very nice. Oh, I can't wait to read about her. But this color, Sandy Blonde, is such a nice color. It's a warm color, but you can see the mixture of light and dark, highlights, lowlights in this young lady. Just really striking, very soft and nice. It's I think it's a middle of the road. It's not excessively warm, but it can be cool and warm. But probably because there is the warmth in there, that's going to override the cool a little bit. So anyway, just beautiful. And the fibers feel nice, and they're just the standard synthetic fiber. So no heat friendly with this young lady. But let's go ahead and put her on, okay? What I have on today is Tiffany from Godiva's Secret Wigs. I've done a review on her and I'll put that tag right up there so you can take a look at her whenever you like. So now let's put on Maud About You. Okay, let's pull that up to my hairline and get her to settle. Let's see how that works. Oh, cute little length. Really nice length. All right, let's get her settled in and I'll do a spin for you. Okay, so she has no bangs. So for me, I'm going to have to work at keeping this up and off my face. But we'll just kind of let that set for now while I do a spin, okay? So you can take a look at what she looks like on. She's got lots of movement and soft, full body. You can see where she hits mid-neck, and we'll begin to read about her in just a minute. Really cute. Cute style. And she does feel like she's low density. She feels like she's got body. And maybe that's just a little tiny bit of there is a little bit of permatease at the base of some of those fibers, but they don't feel like it's really a lot. Not a lot. Okay, let's read about her, okay? The front is 9.5. The crown is 9.5. The sides are 7.5, and the back is 8.5. The nape is 4. The nape is 4, and she weighs 3.6 ounces. I knew she was a low density. 3.8 ounces. Okay, and she only comes in an average size. But I could see where some of the other colors with this would be really cute. This is a darling style. Just a darling style. Okay, they describe her as a gentle, undulating wave in this trendy blunt bob. Gives it a fresh, undone look. So, undulating, oh dear. Okay, so now I noticed that there's a lot of shine on this young lady because of the fibers. I would think that, you know, using a little bit of dry shampoo would work really well in taming that shininess if you don't care for that. You know, it's really interesting. You know, everybody puts stuff in their hair to make it shiny and healthy. And then in wigs, we want that shininess out of it. So, I don't know. Go figure. Oh, anyway. Okay, well, I've got this pulled up out of my face so that I can talk to you because it does want to stay definitely down in my face. But what I would probably do is I would take steam to this one and focus that steam just right at the edge while I hold this up. And it would not take long, like 5 seconds at the most. Right now, what I'm doing is my old tried and true. It doesn't introduce heat as much to the hair piece, which is safer, but it's the heat from my hand and pressure from my hand where I'm pushing it up against, kind of going backwards so that I can it's almost like putting a dent in the hair fiber. Instead of having it come straight down off of the cap, we're adding a little bit of lift to it before it comes down off the cap. And that does help keep that off your face a little bit. But it does take some training to do that and repeated pressure. So it might take, without using steam, it might take, 6 to 10 times doing this kind of treatment. Now with this particular part here, if we're going to need to change the direction of the fibers back in this section, then we need to add pressure all the way back there and make sure that these fibers are laying flat going back. So you want them to lay flat before you add pressure on them. So there's a method to doing this kind of thing if you need to do it. And you can redirect those hair fibers so that they can look better on you and do what you want them to. The other thing is maybe cutting in a bang, and you can do that certainly. And what I would do for that is for a wispy bang, you would start out again by combing your hair back and maybe taking the comb and taking about a 1/2 inch of the hair. And that's about a 1/2 inch. If you want a wispy bang, it would be a 1/4 inch at least. And then you can certainly cut that and then use the hot airbrush to add a little bump in your bang if you wanted. So those are some little tips that I would do and how I would make this my own. But you can see this little wig is just a cute little thing. And I think she's meant to be what she is. Just simple, kind of carefree, messy. Now I can see putting a headband on her. Let's try one, okay? Put a little clip in there to hold it temporarily. So let's just try that. Put that in here like this. And Just hold that there. Let's take our headband and we'll just put it on top. Maybe I'll take that side and pull that back in there and go underneath. Okay, so this would work. Take the clip out, and you can see how you can take advantage of a messy look and not have to worry about how it looks. So, cute little style, isn't it? Now, if you want to add more fullness, all you have to do is brush the hair. Brush these waves, and you're going to get a lot more fullness. And you know, the one really fun way to do this is to start from underneath. I like to do this, use this method. I start from underneath and brush the hair from underneath. That starts to build the volume of fullness right around here and lifts it up. I might see how it starts to lay, but I'm going to go ahead and brush it all out anyway. And then what I do is I take my water and I spray the top layer. So what that does, it helps me be able to create the definition of the waves on top and still keep some of that fullness so that I know that I can give it that curlier look and a little less or a little more casual. So you can see how these curls are starting to separate now. And it doesn't take much, but you can also clip these pieces back a little bit more or just bring them up and take advantage of that beautiful hairline and let the curls fall. Kind of like we did at the very beginning, just to get it out of my eyes, huh? So we'll just take that, hold that there, bring those curls down. Kind of fun, easy way to deal with some of these little problems. You can even do the same thing over here. I would probably keep my one blingy over here, and over here I might tuck it, just so that I don't compete with this little look up here. Anyway, there's a lot of things that you can do with this little girl. She is really cute. She reminds me of Wave It Off by Hairdo, but this girl has the lace front and the mono part. So we've got a little bit more bells and whistles to play with on this girl. Okay, let's try taking her outside and see what she looks like in daylight. Okay, let's step outside. High overcast. A little bit of sun peeking through. Here's the shadow. So you can see what I was talking about, the light and the dark, warm and cool combined in this color. It is very pretty, really pretty. It's so nice that these wigs have more than one color dimension to draw from. Just so pretty. Okay, filtered sunlight. It's thin clouds. So you can see this beautiful color. So pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I think it would be a little bit more on the warm side, or you could call it more warm, but you can also see the light ashy blonde that goes through it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's take a look at that root. I think I'll take the clip out just so you can see the root. Oh, that looks kind of nice, pulling that all the way across there. Okay, so let's see. Can you see that? Am I getting it in there? Yeah, I hope so. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go back into the studio. We'll take one last look at this hairline, and it's so pretty. Really is. Goes all the way down to my temple, right there. Very, very nicely done. And of course, the shadow root in this is really pretty. Very, very nicely done. Okay, well, that's going to do it today for Mod About You by Gabor. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a great week. We will see you next time in Coco's Hair Solutions. Bye-bye.